Hey friends, welcome back. Today we're making this mesh market bag. Yep, the kind that's perfect for grocery shopping, a quick trip out, or just carrying around your everyday stuff. It's super light, super stretchy, and folds up nice and small, easy to toss in your bag, so you've always got it with you. The pattern's really simple and beginner friendly, so even if you're new to crochet, you'll be totally fine. Ready? Let's get started. For this project, I'm using Simply Yarn, which is a recycled cotton yarn with a thickness of about 2 millimeters. And I'll be working with a 3.0 millimeters crochet hook. Alright, start with a slip knot and place it on your hook. Then chain 34. You can totally adjust the number of chains depending on how wide you want your bag to be. With 34 chains, the top edge will be around 20 centimeters. Once you've got that, chain one more and turn your work. Turn the chain over and we're going to crochet into the back bumps. That's the little bump at the back of each chain. Skip the first back bump and start in the second one from the hook. Now, we're going to make one single crochet into each bump across the row. You should end up with 34 single crochets in total. That is our first row done. Now chain one and turn your work. We'll do the same thing again, one single crochet in each stitch across. Keep repeating this until you have 5 rows of single crochet. This will give us a sturdy and clean top edge to start building the bag from. You can totally make more or fewer rows here depending on your preference. I'm going with 5 rows in total, which gives me a top border about 4 centimeters wide. Once that's done, we'll move on to the mesh part of the bag. Start with chain 4. Turn your work. Then make one double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1 to create a space, and make another double crochet into the next stitch. Repeat that chain 1 and 1 double crochet into the next stitch, all the way to the end of the row. This creates our first row of the mesh pattern, which will help the bag expand. Just keep repeating that, chain 1 and 1 double crochet all the way to the end of the row. So this is the first row of the net pattern. For the second row, chain 5 and turn your work. Skip 1 stitch and double crochet into the next one. Then chain 2 to create a wider space. Skip 1 stitch and double crochet into the next stitch. The double crochets will line up with the double crochet of previous row, creating a grid of squares. You'll keep repeating that, chain 2, skip 1, double crochet into the next one. At the very end, make your final double crochet into the third back bump of the starting chain from the previous row. And that is it for the second row. Now we're just going to repeat this same mesh row over and over until the bag reaches the length we want. Start each row with a chain 5. Turn your work. The double stitches will still line up with each other like this. Then skip 2 stitches and double crochet into the next one. Then chain 2, skip 2, and 1 double crochet again. And just keep going across the row. Just a heads up, it's best to end on an even number of rows. That will help us shape the sides of the bag evenly later on. To finish the row, make your last double crochet into the third back bump of the starting chain from the previous row. From row 4 to row 44, you will repeat the same pattern as in row 2. I'll keep the pattern on screen for you to follow. You can pause the video here and return when you've finished. Take your time and I'll see you in the next part. So here I've completed a few rows of the net pattern so you can get a better idea of how it looks. Now I'll show you a little trick, how to join your yarn when you run out of one skein. It's called the magic knot, and it's super strong, so it won't slip or come undone like regular knots do. Take the two yarn ends you want to connect. Tie a simple knot with one yarn around the other yarn's tail. Then do the same with the other yarn. Tie a knot around the first yarn's tail. Now pull both tails tight so the knots slide together and lock in place. Cut off the loose ends close to the knot. And that's it. Let's move on and continue. By the time I get to row 44 and the bag measures about 50 centimeters in length. For the next 2 rows, we'll finish off the mesh and start shaping the second top edge. For row 45, start with chain 4. Then skip 2 stitches and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1 to create a space, same as we did at the beginning. Skip 2 and double crochet again. Chain 1 to create a space, skip 2 and 1 double crochet in next stitch. Repeat this all the way across. At the end of the row, make 1 double crochet into the back bump of the third chain of the starting chain 5 from the previous row. For row 46, chain 3 to begin. Turn your work. Then skip 1 stitch and make a double crochet into the next one. Keep repeating that. Skip 1 and double crochet into the next one, and don't add any chains in between this time. Repeat that to the end of the row. At the end of the row, make 1 double crochet into the back bump of the third chain of the starting chain 4 from the previous row. Once that's done, we're finished with the mesh part of the bag. Next up, I will repeat the single crochet rows to match the top edge we made earlier. At the end of row 46, chain 1 and turn your work. Then do 1 single crochet in each stitch across. Skip the first stitch and start in the second one from the hook. You should have 34 single crochets, just like the other side. Start the next row with chain 1 and turn your work. Then make 1 single crochet into each stitch again. I'll be doing 5 rows in total to match the other top edge. Once finished, your bag will start to take shape. Now it's time to add the side edging and handles. Next up, we're going to build the sides. Start from where you just finished the second top edge and work from front to back. Mark that stitch with a stitch marker. We'll use it later to attach the strap. Along the short edge, you'll see 5 little holes. We're going to make 1 single crochet into each of the first 4 holes. Next, we'll use the single crochet 2 together stitch to start shaping the side. Here's how to do it. Insert your hook into the 5th hole, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you have 2 loops on the hook. Then insert into the next mesh space, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through all 3 loops. That's 1 single crochet 2 together. Continue doing single crochet 2 together across the row, combining each pair of spaces into one. That's why it's important to have an even number of mesh rows. Now repeat this across the side of the bag, always working 2 mesh spaces together. When you get to the very last space, join it together with the 5th hole at the top edge. Then make 1 single crochet into each of the remaining 4 holes at the top edge. Now we've finished one side. From here, we'll add the first handle. Right here where we just finished, chain 60, that gives me a length of about 36 centimeters. But you can adjust it to be longer or shorter, totally up to you. Once you've got your chain, go to the other top corner using a slip stitch. Now we'll repeat everything on the other side. Work 4 single crochets into the 4 holes at the short edge. Insert your hook into the 5th hole, yarn over and pull up a loop. Then insert your hook into the first space, yarn over and pull up another loop. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. Keep working single crochet 2 together over each pair of spaces to join them. At the very end, join the last mesh space and the 5th hole with 1 final single crochet 2 together. Then finish with 4 more single crochets along the top. Again, chain 60 for the second handle. Join it to the opposite top corner with a slip stitch. The bag is now mostly complete, and we'll add a few final rounds of single crochet to neaten the edges and reinforce the handles. From where you ended the previous round, make 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around the bag. Make 1 single crochet into each stitch, all the way around, down the side edge, up the first handle, down the other side, then up and down the second handle. When you get to the handles, I recommend crocheting into the back bump of the chain. Keep making 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way across the handle. Then continue along the side edge of the bag. Finish by working across the second handle. Join to the first marked stitch with a slip stitch to complete the round. Round 2 is now complete. Let's move on to round 3 to build up the edge and make it firmer and stronger. Don't forget to chain 1 at the start of each round and move your stitch marker up. Then continue making 1 single crochet in every stitch around to complete the round. You can stop after 3 rounds if you want, or keep going for a thicker edge. I'm doing 5 rounds because I like mine to be a little sturdier. Once you're happy with the border, you can finish off with an optional round of slip stitches. Or you can just stop here if you want or add a border in any style you like. I make a slip stitch into the back loops only all the way around. This gives the edge a super clean look. Cut the yarn, weave in the ends with your needle. Your market net bag is now all done. Alright, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you love how your market bag turned out. If you give it a try, I'd absolutely love to hear how it went, or even better, see your finished bag. Got any questions? Just drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more crochet projects. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.